All right, Charles. When and where were you born?
Philadelphia, PA.
What section of the city?
Strawberry Mansion,
What year?
1901.
What did your parents do for a living?
Father, he was on the trolley cars. My mother, she's a housewife. See, my mother was born in Scotland, near Glasgow and Birmingham.
What did you do for a living?
I worked in the clothing industry, men's shirts and then boys' clothing.
What was the Depression like? How difficult was it to live?
To me, it was all right. I was never without a job. Went right on through it.
Do you remember seeing the soup kitchens?
Yeah, I remember seeing pictures of it on the, what's the name of the news? Fox Movie Town News, yeah. That's what they called it.
And when were you married?
October the 1st, 1927. Memories.
You have here a receipt from the Hotel Pennsylvania in Burholme, PA. It's dated October 1st, 1927 until October 3rd, 1927. This was obviously your receipt for your honeymoon. I found this interesting that a 3-day stay in this posh hotel only cost $15.20. What were some of your hobbies?
Hobbies? Yeah. I always liked, before television, I liked radio. I always enjoyed that. Had an early radio. I had crystal sets way back in, we lived on Taney Street. When I was about 17, about 20, I got. Yeah.
So these were old-time radios that you used the crystal to tune in to a radio station.
Oh, yeah. We got the best spot that you could get on the crystal. And that might be a very good one. Then I had a pair of Walden earphones. I could put that in the dish, a cut glass dish that my mother had, and you could hear it all over the room.
So what did people do for fun back in the 30s and 40s?
I used to love the movies. I went to a lot of movies, yeah. I liked them. I couldn't get enough of them.
Oh, Amelia! Amelia! Come on back, I'll drive you. That's fine.
How about Babe Ruth?
Oh, he was the king of SWAT, but I wasn't a baseball fan. I've seen him on pictures since and all that, but I can remember going to the Shive Park at 22nd and Lehigh there, 22nd and Somerset. Well, that's years and years ago. I went with my father once or twice, and they had rooftop houses, and then which to keep the people off the roof, because the roofs might have fell in. That was terrible. In Shive Park, that was a busy place. You could go there in a open summer car, trolley car. A lot of people don't know what they are.
What are they? Explain.
Well, it's a summer car with seats running. They had a running board you could jump on and get off it. And the motorman, no matter how many was on there, not the motorman, but the conductor, he would have to straddle the people that was on the step to get around to collect the fare. That was terrible. I don't see that. Well, of course, I was only a kid.
you remember the Earl?
Earl Theater? Yeah, that was a comedy. That was not only a movie house, that was a vaudeville house. 11th and Market. Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
How about the Met?
Well, the Metropolitan, I never went to anything there. That was Gordon Poplar. But I never went to anything there. I wasn't opera. I wouldn't give you a nickel for all the opera. I didn't like it.
How about the Blue Note?
The who?
The Blue Note Dance Club?
I've heard of it, but I was never there. And I never went dancing myself, although my wife did. She was a dancer. She loved it. But she never got to any dances after we got married.
Okay, President Roosevelt. What do you remember about him?
He was an ace, as far as I was concerned. He made them all sit up and take notice. He did a lot of good. He really did. Really did a lot of good.
You're referring to the stock market crash.
The way he handled the bank situation, he closed the banks. And some people lost little and some lost a lot. But it took hold of everything and brought it to a standstill so they could go on from there and rectify all the mistakes that had been made.
A lot of people don't trust politicians today.
That's it.
Because they think they're thieves. Now,
There's a lot of them that are greedy.
Were they always that way?
I think so, yes.
It was just less well known.
Yeah,
They didn't get
I think they were. They were always trying to better themselves. And if they have to step on you, they don't mind that.
Good morning. The network will now begin its broadcasting day.
Do you remember when television first came about?
Well, the first TV I saw was Joe Watson's father had it. And it was like a 7-inch. No, it was a little bigger than that, about 10-inch, I guess. And he thought that was the best, that it would never get any larger.
What were some of your favorite shows on TV?
Well, Amos and Andy, that was one that was very good. And Fibber McGee and Molly, that was a good one. They had the closet that fell apart when he opened it. And
where it looks like, Danny. Oh, I know where it is. It's right here in the hall front. I got to straighten out that closet one of these days.
All right, how about some of the comedians? Jack Benny.
we had a car, my father had a car just like the car that Jack Benny always talked about, a Maxwell. We had one like that.
Okay, start the car, Rochester.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about the cars that you had.
Oh, it's too many.
Ones that stand out in your mind.
Well, I like the 56 Olds. We got that in 55. And that was the car that Joan wore it out at the end. That car, she couldn't mess with the gears. She couldn't accomplish that.
What's your thoughts on the treatment of senior citizens today?
Oh, there's always room for improvement. There's one, I think his name is James Russo, and he joined that, and the fee was $10, and he was going to help better the conditions. But he was always asking for more money.
What do you remember about World War II?
Well, I can remember we lived on Thompson Street then, and that was the year that your mother was born. And right after she was born, it started in World War II, and that was December 7th, 1941. Yeah, and then they had guards that were supposed to be to keep people off the streets. We had black curtains and all that, by extra curtains, because the airplane. It was a picnic. And I went to my front door, and they'd tell you to get inside. You couldn't be outside. It was ridiculous. But in their, they had powers that they shouldn't have had. I don't see that at all. You couldn't argue with them.
These were military men?
They weren't actually soldiers, no.
How about you pick a year and give me an idea how much prices were back then? How much milk was per gallon, how much gasoline was, or a bus ride?
Well, that's a thing I can remember. When you wanted to get into Jersey, you had to ride the ferry. You get over to Jersey, and then get a trolley car there. You used to go to Clement Park, which is down, and you got a certain trolley car there, rode to Clement Park. And as long as you were paying that fare that way, or even going the train to Atlantic City, $1 to Jersey. And your fare on the ferry was free. You could buy the ticket on this side or over in Jersey. Either way. Yeah, I remember that.
And your thoughts on the economy today?
It must be a harder resistance today with the way prices are and everything. And I don't know how a young couple starting out to go and pay the rents and all that they're asking. I don't know how they can do it. I'm glad I'm not doing it. No, it varies. When you stop and try to think back, you were just happy to have the money to pay. Just made the best of life.
You smoke cigarettes?
Oh, I smoke too much. I don't anymore. I haven't smoked for, I guess, 9, 10 years. Nothing. Stop cold turkey was the best thing I ever did.
When did you start smoking?
When I was 15, on a cigar. Otto Eisenhower cigar.
Light up the lucky,
It's light up time.
be happy, go lucky.
It's light up time.
How about retirement? How did you adjust?
Well, it was hard at first, right? But I appreciated having nothing to do. Maybe I overdid it. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason I'm living still. But it was easy to get used to. I don't know. But I missed the work, and I think I went off too early. It allowed you to work beyond the 65. It would have been better off for me.
What was one of the happiest times of your life?
I was happy going back and forth to the shore when they were all down there.
So this happy memory down the shore that you're referring to is Cape May, New Jersey.
Yeah.
So your wife Catherine's parents had a vacation home at the Cape May beach.
Oh, yeah.
And your whole family would make this trip to Cape May?
Yeah, I remember that.
So what has life taught you not to do?
I don't like to live to excess any big fashion. And I don't get mixed or see people or hobnob with people that drink. I don't like that at all. Or even that would be taking dope or any of that stuff. I don't agree with that at all. All in all, your life was what you made it or helped make it.
What do you think is the most significant achievement in your life?
The fact that I'm still alive at 85 and a half, I never expected to last this long. Outlived my wife. Well, in in July 17th coming up, she will be gone 10 years. And to live alone after that, it's quite a feat.
If you could do one thing over again, what would it be?
Let's say. Well, for one thing, if I had to do over again, I would be more daring, and I wouldn't have been as bashful as I had, or hung back. I'd like to have a little more nerve than what I had growing up. But then when you have 6 kids, that's a hold down. You always could fear you could lose your job. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of things that worried me.
Is there anything you can attribute your longevity to?
I don't know. Don't overdo anything is the best I can say. Live moderately and don't drink. Don't do anything to excesses. That's the best way to accomplish it. That's the best way I could describe that, I think.